What is going on YouTube? We're back with another video. I'm recording this in the nighttime and I'm making this video the day before it's posted. So you guys are going to get this video on Monday, but I'm recording this the day before. That's besides the point. We're on a hot streak right now. I've been posting every single day and I'm going to hold to that until you'll know when I stop posting every single day. But let's get right into it. The subject I want to talk about today is having emotional intelligence and being stoic. And I made a video about this like when I started this channel, and I didn't know I didn't know which direction I wanted to take this channel. So now I've been posting these types of videos where they're journals until I have content to post, like how I did the impact video. For right now, this is going to be like the scheme of how my channel is going to play out. So I'm going to post these journals every day. But yeah, emotional intelligence. It is important to have emotional intelligence. And not many people know this, but this is such a big part in everyone's life. And I feel like the more people acknowledge this and having emotional intelligence, this is going to combine with the Stoicism Act too. Like being stoic, like that's more so for men and manhood. Like we're supposed to be stoic people, stoic in society. And I wanted to just talk about that. And plus, like with the emotional intelligence, this is supposed to be broad, like for the whole, whoever's watching this video, whether you're a male, female, elderly, child, like teenager, like adult, like this is for everyone. And perfect example of having emotional, like right now, I've been trying to make this video for like the past half hour, and I've had little interruptions and distractions throughout the whole video. And it's been frustrating me, but I'm trying to channel that frustration into making this video. So hopefully, like that's one way. Sometimes being able to deal with situations and like times you want to get things done, you have to have patience. You have to not be so, you have to let go of that frustration and move past that. And sometimes certain things, like maybe something right now is not letting me complete this video. And that might be a sign, but that's not all. That's for the most part that's not all the time. That's not every case of where you have to deal with emotionally deal with certain things. Like you'll deal with people that they don't know how to have emotional intelligence. They throw it onto you, and now your day is messed up because somebody else was mad. Do you let that energy transpire into how you feel? Like you shouldn't do that. But yeah, I've dealt with my emotions completely different sometimes. As we get older, we start to really. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this off and turn it back on so my car doesn't die or shut off. As we get older, we have to deal with these things a lot, like more than when we were younger. Like when we're younger, obviously we're not gonna have that level of emotional intelligence as opposed to being an adult. There's some adults that do not have this, and I've dealt with adults that do not have this, and and sometimes it's like you can't help everybody, but it's a difficult thing. But at the same time, you can't let these types of people distract you and take away from you're supposed to be evolving. You're supposed to be dealing with these, like you're supposed to be emotionally intelligent. And I think back then for me, like I've dealt with my emotions completely differently than how I do now. I feel like I bottled up my emotions. I've broke down in times. Like I'm gonna be honest. There won't be anything like that I will hold back in these videos. Like I will be completely truthfully honest. And that's what I want to make this channel about. I want to be relatable to people. I've broken down. I've fucking, I've been emotionally vulnerable at times. It's been bad. And recently I've been channeling that energy into more positive and constructive things. So when you do feel upset and you don't know how to deal with a situation, you put it towards something that is going to be productive. So like these videos even, or the gym, or something that's constructive to your life. But back to the emotional intelligence thing, dealing with certain things, like it's so hard to, this is a difficult subject to talk about too, because not everyone's going to get it. Being emotionally intelligent, what are you going to do when somebody messes up your day? Do you want to retaliate and be petty back and like, or, let their negative aura be attached to yours? Like, there's so many things that I realize now that you can do differently than letting certain things like that affect you. Or even like if something isn't working out for you, like things that you don't, something that you feel like isn't working out and you're getting frustrated, like how are you going to deal with that situation? So I've been taking tests, like city tests and like tests for jobs, and sometimes these are questions that are on these tests, like evaluation tests. In life, jobs won't pick you if you're not emotionally intelligent. Like this is a real thing. Like if you know how to handle situations and be emotionally intelligent, you're more than likely to succeed than the person who doesn't know how to channel their emotions properly. And I guess the way I want that to bleed into stoicism is like, as a man, like we need to be able to not be so emotional. I think as of recently, like nowadays, I don't want to say woke culture, or I don't want to say like anything like specific, and I don't want to funnel my channel down this like subjective path. But recently, or not as of recent, because I think things have been changing a little more, but everyone's different. It's okay to be emotional. Like I'm not saying don't be emotional or don't be, you know, like shutting yourself away from being emotional, but learn how to channel that, or learn how to control that, or learn how to direct it in a different way than not being stable. I feel like I've been, I try to be as stoic as I can be, but there will be times that you will be tested. You will be tested by what's around you, who's around you, and it's okay for like, I don't want to say it's okay, but it can only be okay for so long, because you don't want to seem like you're something when you're not. We're supposed to be stronger than that. We can't let things affect us negatively if we're trying to be positive and we're trying to be these strong people. Like we need to be stronger than letting certain things bother us emotionally. And I think that's such an important thing to have. Once you find once you deep rootedly attack that and make it a point in your life to where you're able to progress with emotional intelligence. I feel like I'm saying that phrase a lot, but it's prominent. Like that's what it is. That's what this is going to be about. You need to have that. It's a need. It's something that needs to be built over time. And if you feel like that's like there's things that'll hold you back because of how you feel about them, you need to try to advance from those feelings. I think when I made this video back then, I mentioned like people will make you feel that way, and sometimes if those people are around you, maybe you need to let go of those people or do something about the situation or the circumstance you're in. I believe that we weren't here to be miserable. There's so many things in society that make us miserable, and it's difficult to maneuver around. But find things that make you happy, because all right, that's another thing too. We're not here to be happy. We're here to, be, I'm losing my train of thought. We're not here to be happy, but we're not here to be miserable. You know what I mean? We're here to succeed, grow, create. That's what I want to go by. And be strong. We are strong people. There have been people that have been through so much that I don't want to say excuses them to have lack of emotional intelligence, but there have been people that have been through so many hardships in their life, and I give respect to those people that have dealt with trauma, because it's like some of those people that have been through the most are emotionally intelligent, because they've been through so much that they can grow from the experiences that they've had. But I think that's what everything, with experience, you tend to grow from these like, I don't want to say small places, but these places of you know, these negative places. So yeah, I don't want to keep rambling. This is a 10-minute video already, but I still feel like I haven't covered anything because it's such a long topic to talk about. But as I'm growing, as I'm getting older, I think, and as I progress in my life and my career and just like everything in my life, it's important to be able to control your emotions and be able to help people as well that aren't. Sometimes you can't help everybody. I think I said this already. You can't help everybody, but you can impact people with the way you carry yourself, the way you are. And it's happened to me personally. Like I've been impacted by people who are negative, positive, sad. Like if you're around sad people, nobody wants to be around sad people because they get sad themselves. But being sad can make other people sad, and nobody likes that. And as unfortunate as it sounds, it's hard. But if you're happy-go-lucky, people want to be around the happy-go-lucky guy. Nobody wants to be around the angry guy either. Like you want to be able to be charismatic, and your energy has to rub off in a good way. And I hope that's what I'm doing with these videos. And I hope that's what's making people feel inspired. But that's it for right now. That's it for today. I'll be posting again tomorrow. But for right now, this is the subject. I hope you guys try to, in the comments, I want you guys to drop in the comments, like, to elaborate more on this subject, like how you feel about emotional intelligence. Where do you lie with having emotional intelligence, or if you feel like you have gained or lost, or where do you land in this level of emotional intelligence or stoicism? Where do you think you feel like you land? Leave that in the comment section. I want to see what you guys think. But other than that, I'm glad you guys stayed for this long. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys in the next video.